Hi Tacoma, welcome back to your kindergarten TV classroom. Today is Monday, November 16th, and I'm Mrs. Oslin. Before we get started, as always, let's check in with your zone. Think about what emotion you're feeling. Check in with what's happening in your brain, what's happening with your body. Think about your I message. You'll remember your I message sounds like I feel, because, Take some think time. I'm going to model sharing my I message with Mabel. Mabel, I'm feeling anxious and worried because there's a lot going on right now that I can't control, and that's really hard for me. Now, you take a moment to share your iMessage with your learning buddy, someone in the room with you, or with me on the screen. You'll remember it's really important for us to be able to share our iMessages so other people know how we're feeling, because they may not be able to tell just by looking at us. And even if we're experiencing the same thing as someone else, we might feel differently about it. So it's really important for you and I to recognize how we're feeling and how strongly we're feeling it, and to be able to express that with someone. And whatever it is that you are feeling is okay to feel. Now, you'll remember every time we get ready or we get together, our job is to listen, share, and read. We've been talking a lot about having active listening posture. So let's review, and I want you to practice saying and doing these with me. Eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. And we also learned that not just showing active listening posture, but really focusing on what a speaker is saying. So we learned that sometimes you need to use positive self-talk and remind yourself and say, focus self. So if you are in a zone or having an emotion that's hard for you to focus right now, you might need to remind yourself by actually putting your hands up and saying, focus self. Today I want to teach you that strong listeners retell or say back what they've heard to make sure they heard it correctly and that they understood what was said. And we're going to do that by revisiting our friend Listen Buddy. We read this book a couple weeks ago. It's a story about learning to listen by Helen Lester, and it was illustrated by Lynn Muntsinger. And you'll remember it was about our character Buddy, who had a really hard time listening, and it got him into some trouble. So we're going to use a couple pages from this story to learn how if Buddy had practiced saying it back or retelling, it might have made him a stronger listener. I'm going to read this page and think about how Buddy could have said back or retold what he thought his dad was telling him to make sure he understood what he was saying. Buddy's father said, "Listen, Buddy, will you bring me a pen?" "Who?" asked Buddy. "You," said his father. "Will you please bring me a pen?" "A what?" asked Buddy. "A pen," said his father. "Will you please bring me a pen?" "Sure," said Buddy. Buddy's father said, "Listen, Buddy." So first of all, let's talk about Buddy's active listening posture. Is Buddy holding his body in a way that allows him to be a strong listener and that his dad would think, Buddy is listening, I can tell? Look at him. Are his eyes watching? No. Are his ears listening? Not really. Is his voice quiet? Pretty much. Is his body still? Well, like in the first time he's laying down and he's looking at his book and then he's walking away. I don't think Buddy's really showing active listening posture. He might have tried saying, focus, self. Also, he could have said, Dad, did you ask me to bring you a hen? And his dad could have said, no, I asked you to bring me a pen. And that would have cleared up the confusion. Buddy could have retold what he thought his dad asked him to make sure he really heard it correctly and understood. Buddy's mother said, listen, Buddy, will you please get me a slice of bread? Who? Asked Buddy. You, said his mother. Will you please get me a slice of bread? A what of what? Asked Buddy. A slice of bread, said his mother. Will you please bring me a slice of bread? Sure, said Buddy. Buddy's mother said, listen, Buddy. Okay, let's check in with Buddy's active listening posture. Say these with me. Eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. See, are Buddy's eyes watching? No, his eyes are watching the TV. That's what TVs used to look like, by the way. Are Buddy's ears listening? No, his ears are listening to the TV. Is his voice quiet? Yeah. Is his body still? Yeah. But is he focused on what his mother is saying? No. So he might try active listening posture. He might try positive self-talk. Focus, Buddy. And when he thought his mom asked him to bring him a slice of bed, he could have said it back to her or practiced retell. Mom, did you ask me to bring you a slice of bed? When that would have given his mom an opportunity to say, no, I asked you to bring me a slice of bread. We are learning how strong listeners retell or say back what they heard to make sure they heard it correctly and understood the directions. This is my challenge to you this week, is to practice saying it back when someone gives you directions to make sure you really understood. Now, we are going to review some of the letters that we have been learning the past couple weeks. So, what I want you to do, this is your chance to practice some active listening and practice saying it back. I want you to go gather your whiteboard and your marker and come back to me. Say back what my directions were. I asked you to get your whiteboard and marker. Go gather those materials and come back to me. You were able to follow directions because you practiced saying it back. Now, if you don't have your whiteboard and marker, that's okay. You can use your finger to practice these letter formations either in the air or on the ground. If you have your whiteboard marker, we're going to take the cap off, makes that lovely squeaky noise, and plug it in the back. Now, eyes watching. Name this letter. A. Sound this letter. A. It's a letter that is tall. It's capital, so we say pens up. Slanted line down, little line connecting. Now, this is another opportunity for you to practice saying it back. Practice saying the letter formations with me so that your brain and your body know exactly what to do and can write these letters in a snap. This is a lowercase a. A says A. It's a letter that's small, so we say pens out. Say the letter formation path with me. Bump back around, line up and down. If you make a mistake, erase the whole letter and write it correctly from the very beginning so that you build up proper muscle memory with your fingers. Okay, next letter, erase. Ooh, this is our new one. Name this letter. J. J says J. J, capital J, is a letter that is tall, so we say pens up, line down, and hook up, line across the top. Make sure your hook is going the correct direction. If you accidentally did your hook going this way, you're going to want to erase the whole thing and start over saying the letter formation pathway. Pens up, line down, and hook up, line across the top. That's a J. This is a lowercase j. J says J. And this is a letter that falls. So we say pens out, line down below, and hook up, float a dot above. Notice how little that dot is. It does not need to be like that. That's not a good use of our time. Float a dot above. What's this letter? J. J says J. Erase. Oh, Mabel. Mabel always gets so excited when we have M. Here we go. M is a letter that is tall. What sound does M make? This is a capital M, so we say pens up, line down, back up, slanted line down, slanted line up, line down. A lowercase m is a letter that is small. What sound does a lowercase m make? The same as the capital M. Pens out, line down, back up, bump around, and down. Remember, if you make a mistake, erase the whole letter and start it from the beginning so that you build up that muscle memory. Erase. Name this letter. Sound this letter. N is a capital N is a letter that is tall, so we say pens up, line down, back up, slanted line down, line up. Now, this N looks a little bit off to me. It's not my best, so I'm going to erase it and try it again from the very beginning. Capital N, letter that is tall, pen up, line down, back up, slanted line down, line up. That looks much better to me. A lowercase n is a letter that is small, so we say pens out, line down, back up, bump around, and down. Name this letter. Sound this letter. N. Erase this letter. This is a capital R. Name this letter. Sound this letter. R. A capital R is a letter that is tall, so we say pens up. Say it with me. Say it back. Line down, back up, bump around, slanted line down. A lowercase r is a letter that is small, so we say pens out, line down, back up, tiny turn, and stop. If you kept going and you accidentally did an N, don't just erase that part, erase the whole letter. And try it again. Pen out, line down, back up, tiny turn, and stop. That's why it's helpful to say these pathways out loud so that you tell yourself to stop. Nice. Name this letter, sound this letter, erase this letter. This is a capital S. S says S. A capital S is a letter that is tall, so we say pens up. Make sure you bump around the correct way. Bump around, slide down, bump around the other way, and stop. A lowercase s is a letter that is small, so we say pens out, bump around, slide down, bump around the other way, and stop. Name this letter, sound this letter, erase this letter. Last one. Name this letter, sound this letter. If you said T and T, you got it. Capital T is a letter that is tall. Pens up, line down, line across the top. Name this letter, T. Sound this letter, T. Lowercase t is a letter that is tall, so we say pens up, line down, little line across. I'm going to remind you that when you are independently reading today, you can look for all of those letters, and you can look for things in the pictures of your books that begin with those sounds. When you are writing today, you can practice labeling your pictures if there are things that begin with those letters and those sounds. I also want you to practice saying it back and retelling directions to make sure that you've understood what you were told. And then I want you to write about how saying it back and retelling can help you be a strong listener. And then you can send that writing to your teacher or to me here at the TV classroom. You can either email it to us, or you could, and there's our email address, or Mr. Kevin will put up our mailing address at the end of the show, and you can put it in the mail and we will share it on our show. Also, I wanted to let you know that Mrs. Wally and I know some of you out there, and we're going to be sending you letters. And in those letters is going to be an envelope that has our address, and it will already have a stamp on it. And we want you to put your work in that envelope and put it in the mail and send it back to us. Thank you so much for thinking and listening and writing with me today. I hope you have a great afternoon. What I want you to do is go gather your materials for math during your 5-minute break. The materials that you will need are your whiteboard and marker, which you hopefully already have, your learning buddy, which you already have, and your counters. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hi, kindergartners. It's Monday. All right. We are working with Make It Monday. How many do you see? 3. How many more would you need to make 6? 3, 4, 5, 6. How many more would you need? 3 more. Great job. How many do you see? 3. How many more do you need to make 7? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many more do you need? 4. Excellent. How many do you see? 4. How many more make 8? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many more make 8? 4 more make 8. Ooh, how many do you see? 6, 7, 8. How many more make 8? 2 more make 8. Excellent job. 6 and 2 is 8. How many do you see? 5 smiley faces with mustaches. How many more make 9? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 more make 9. All right, today we're learning to use a number path to help us find one more. Are you ready? A number path is a line of numbers in order. So let's count jumps. Are you ready? We're going to start at 1, and we're going to count how many hops to the next. Oh, that's not a highlighter. We need the highlighter. So we're going to say 1, and then how many hops to 2? Just one jump. We're at 2. How many hops to 3? Just one jump. Now that's interesting. I'm at 3. How many hops to 4? It's just one more. I'm at 4. How many hops to 5? Just one more. 4 and 1 more is 5. What if I'm at 5? How many hops to 6? Just 1. 1 more is the next number. Let's hop again. 7. Hop again. 8. Very good. Hop again. 9. You should be standing up and hopping with me. And 1 more hop is 10. 9 and 1 more makes 10. All right, we're going to do these 3 numbers today. So we're going to use this number path. What I'm going to do is I'm going to color in all the way to the number, and then we're going to circle 1 more. So you tell me when to stop coloring, okay? So I'm going to color in number 1, 2. And I want you to build the number on your board with your counters. 3, 4, or draw it. 5, 6. Oh, I hear everyone saying, stop, Mrs. Wally, you're on 7. Yes, because we're doing the number 7. See how those are the same? Now I have to circle 1 more. Am I going to circle the 6 or the 8 if I want 1 more? I'm going to circle the 8 because that shows 1 more. Did you draw 7 and draw 1 more circle? Did you get 8? Great job. All right, I'm going to erase 7 and 1 more. Say that with me. 7 and 1 more is 8. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Let's do this number. What number is this? 3. So I'm going to color. You tell me when to stop. Stop, Mrs. Wally. Okay, I'm going to color these in. Color, 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 color. Color, 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 color. Okay. Now I want to do 1 more. What am I going to circle? Am I going to circle the 2 or the 4 if I want 1 more? Yes, The 4. Say it with me. 3 and 1 more is 4. Your turn. 3 and 1 more is 4. Excellent. Okay. Erase. What's our next number? Our next number is 6. Here I go. You tell me when to stop. Oh, I think I see it. Stop, Mrs. Wally. Okay. Now I'm going to color. Stop. Which way am I going to go for 1 more? Am I going to circle the 5 or the 7 for 1 more? The 7. 6 and 1 more is 7. Your turn. Great job, kindergartners. All right. Let's do the last one. What do I have to color to? Oh my, all the way to 8. Okay, be watching. Tell me when to stop. Stop, Mrs. Wally. Okay, here we go. That's a lot of numbers. 8 is a big number. Here we go. Color. 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 Stop. Which one am I going to circle if I want 1 more? 7 or 9? 9. Because 9 is more than 8. And how many more is it? It's 1 more. I'm going to say it, then you're going to say it. 8 is 1 more than, I said that wrong. 8 and 1 more is 9. Your turn. 8 and 1 more is 9. Excellent job. Ooh, we have to practice more. Are you ready? What number am I going to color to? The number 4. Okay, tell me when to stop. Stop, Mrs. Wally. Okay, here we go. Color. Stop. Hey, what number am I going to circle if I want 1 more? Yes, great job. 5. Because 4 and 1 more is 5. Great job. Okay, look at this number. What number do you see? 9. You've got to really focus. Focus, brain, focus. Are you ready? Tell me when to stop. Stop. Okay, here we go. Color. Stop. What number am I going to circle for 1 more? 8 or 10? 10 is 1 more. Great job. Let's say it. 9 and 1 more is 10. Your turn. 9 and 1 more is 10. It would look like this. Whoops. 9 and 1 more is 10. Okay. Now I'm at 6. Tell me when to stop. Stop, Mrs. Wally. Okay. Color. Which one am I going to circle? 5 or 7? Yep, 7. 6 and 1 more is 7. Your turn. 6 and 1 more is 7. Okay, your turn. I want you to do this one. You can draw a picture to help you. Are you ready? You do it. You figure out the answer. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Are you ready? Do you have it in your head? Here I go. Color, 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 color. Stop. 7. Color, 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 color. Stop. 7 and 1 more is the same as 8. Kiss your brain, kindergartners. Oh my. Today was a shorter lesson, and that's okay because I want you to go practice. So in your workbook, you're going to do page 137 and 138. You're going to do just what I did. You're going to color in all the way to the number in the balloon and then circle 1 more. And then you're going to say 2 and 1 more is 3. 8 and 1 more is 5. And 1 more is, okay? All right. You're going to do that all the way to all the balloons. Now, when you get down to 7, they didn't put the number path. So you can draw your own number path, or you could draw circles to help you. Or use your counters. Sound good? All right. Did we find our starting number on the number path? We did. Did we hop 1 more? We did. Did we tell our new total? We did. Nice job, kindergartners. All right. It's time for our affirmation. Our affirmation today is that you matter, because you do. I know I care a lot about you, and I know the people in your home care about you. So I'm going to go first. I matter. Your turn. Excellent job, kindergartners. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.